Hi, I'm Sam McClure. Some of you might know me from our show called Fanboy and Critic, where I have to play the critic and shit all over movies all the time. But that's kind of toxic, and I don't like doing it all the time, but it's the show's format. I think you understand that we're trying to give you both the good and the bad arguments of each movie that comes out. And unfortunately, I'm stuck being the bad guy. But there are movies that I do love out there, and since it's award season, I'm going to give you my favorite movies out of this year. Deadpool. And I know a lot of you will say that's stupid, it's such a childish movie. Yeah, it's childish. It knows exactly what it is. That's what I love about it. It's the most self-aware movie, at least this year, but maybe of all times. Like, self-awareness is so important to understanding what you're making and making sure the audience understands what you're making. And almost every movie just misses that mark completely. It's hysterical, it's action-packed, it's cleverly written, cleverly acted, cleverly directed. It's firing on all cylinders, and it just knows exactly what it is, and it doesn't try and manipulate you. I get it, there are some people that don't find the sense of humor funny, that's fine. This movie does everything right. The next movie is another sort of semi-commercial success, Hell or High Water. Now, a lot of you probably have heard of this at least, probably fewer have seen it. It's so relevant. It's about two family members trying to stick up for themselves against a system that's just beating them down economically. And they rob banks to save their family farm. Jeff Bridges pulls it through on this one. He definitely didn't have to. He could have phoned this one in completely. But Chris Pine, Jeff Bridges both do a fantastic job. Ben Foster has never done a bad job, and he plays the creepy older brother in this movie to a T. It's definitely not perfect by any means, but I feel like it has a lot to say. In a year of movies, in a decade of movies, I barely have anything to say. This is one to see. The last movie, absolutely my favorite movie of this year. I don't have a copy of it because it's so brand new. They don't have the Blu-ray out. Captain Fantastic. It stars Viggo Mortensen. Nobody else really of note, but Viggo Mortensen totally carries this movie. Another one that has a lot to say, and it doesn't overdo it. It doesn't try and manipulate you into its point of view. Firing on three different levels. When you're taught as a storyteller how to create a story, you have three levels. You have like an external level, you have a personal level, and then you have an interpersonal level. This movie fires on all of those fronts. Viggo Mortensen, who has sort of retired from society to raise his family in the wilderness. The overt story is about how society ostracizes people of different viewpoints. And then the secondary story, the personal story, is how he go to his wife's funeral, which he is not allowed to by her parents because their family is so weird and out there. So it's a journey of them going back into society, and the very last story is his interpersonal story, trying to find peace with his identity, who he is in society, and how he is developing his children to be like him, and if that's right or wrong, if he should allow them to be part of society and make those judgment calls for themselves. It sounds kind of boring the way I describe it, but it is hilarious, it is dramatic, it is emotional, it's fantastic. I was trying to avoid calling it fantastic, but it is fantastic. There's 6 kid actors that do a phenomenal job. How many times can you say that, where 6 child actors are amazing? And any movie that makes a big deal about Noam Chomsky, I'm in favor of. So those are my top 3 picks of this year. Definitely go see Captain Fantastic. Check out Hell or High Water. It's definitely one of those movies that should be in the front running for best movie of the year. And if you haven't seen Deadpool, if you like crude, violent humor, go check that one out as well. I'm pretty sure most of you have. Check out Fanboy and Critic this Friday for our review on John Wick Chapter 2.